Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching Broken Arrow by John Woo, starring John Travolta and Christian Slater. I'm a fan of John Woo's work, but I don't believe I've seen too many of his films. Mission Impossible 2, Face Off, and Paycheck are the only films I've seen from him. A lot of people didn't like the movie Paycheck, but I thought it was pretty good. Don't get me wrong, Ben Affleck's performance in that film was horrible. I mean horrible. But the script had originality, especially that concept. I don't want to ruin the film if you haven't seen it. Do check it out. Let me know if it's worth watching or if it aged any good. Anyways, I still haven't watched a lot of other famous John Woo films. For example, Hard Boiled. I know it's super famous. If there are any other Woo films you'd like me to review on the channel, please let me know. About Broken Arrow, I know it's an action film from the 90s. I didn't know it was directed by John Woo till it got recommended to me a couple of weeks ago, so that's awesome. Both Travolta and Slater, they were big stars back in the 90s, and besides knowing that it's an action film, I don't know what to expect here, especially when it comes to the plot. Knowing that it's a John Woo movie though, I'm expecting a lot of chaos and hopefully some excellently choreographed action scenes. But before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full-length reviews and reactions to this movie and over 240 movies, 2 TV shows, early access and weekly posts for what to watch next. You'll need your own copy to watch along, and the links are in the description below. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon for instant notifications. Do check out my other videos. Like if you liked this video, feel free to dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. Broken Arrow, John Woo, Travolta, Slater. Let's go. This will be my first John Woo film in over a decade, probably close to 15 years. Ah. Creative intro. Okay, I'm guessing both of them are military men.
You think I'm gonna give you another left and I gave you a right. That's how Ali took the title from Foreman. He beat him with a rope-a-dope. Don't you remember?
I do remember. I've seen highlights of that fight. It was amazing.
I always liked Bruce Lee movies.
That was a feint. So are they going to be working together or against each other is the question.
Here,
No, you keep it.
come on, you won.
A bet's a bet.
I always win. I mean, you don't have the will to win.
Ouch!
If you didn't give it everything you've got, then I don't want it.
I took it out of your wallet while you were in the shower.
It's his own money! So, they're setting up Slater's character to be sneaky.
You take off in the stealth at Dark 30.
Fly a simulated low-level border penetration.
Oh, dude! It's one of those stealth fighters. But I thought these were called B-52s. I don't know whether they're still state-of-the-art, but they were for a long time. They're undetectable in radars, if I'm not mistaken. The nukes. They'll be an important part of the plot. Jeez. Look at that thing. It's literally like a flying wing. These shots have to be using miniatures. It can even be a big scale model too. Who knows?
Sir, have you seen any other hikers or campers in this area?
Not this time of year.
Oh? Holy crap. Hey, I recognize that actor. He always plays the bad guy. I recognize him from one of the Ace Ventura films.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, I think the bad guys are planning to steal one of the nukes. But how did they even shoot down a stealth plane like that?
You know what your problem is?
Yeah, I'm always right.
Also arrogant. Hey, I also recognize this actor.
Initiating stealth mode.
Colonel, they've gone to stealth mode.
Terry, you been through the Needles entrance tonight?
No, why?
Mrs. Parker just called.
Oh, God.
That's another park ranger.
You're the only one out there tonight, so if it wasn't you...
We've got 3 different parties about to meet up. We've got the stealth plane, the bad guys, and that park ranger lady.
Well, you even said it yourself. I should be colonel by now. Instead, idiots like Boone become general. Flying doesn't mean what it used to mean to me.
Is he a little resentful?
What's wrong with the terrain following here? Shouldn't that starboard ridge be on our port side?
I don't like this. Something's about to go horribly wrong. Oh man. Travolta's the bad guy. I mean, John Woo gave us hints. He just seemed like a bad guy. They're trying to steal the nuke, I think.
I'm standing here looking at half the valley and there's nothing going.
Now do you see anything? I like these subtle touches of humor by John Woo. Oh man, he got ejected and he released the nukes, which are, I believe, unarmed, so they can be collected by the bad guys. Fairly decent effects, but explosion! I mean, John Woo never fails to disappoint.
That early this morning, a C-141 heavy lift cargo plane went down over the Utah desert.
It's a cover-up.
We put out a press release saying a C-141 went down in Utah. They're gonna put two and two together.
Fair point.
We're better off just telling the truth.
How'd you get this job?
That was definitely commentary on real life.
Sometimes you scare me.
Sometimes I scare myself.
Well, at least he's an honest man. This is a beautifully made set with so many different fires, right? The nukes are officially missing.
We got ourselves a broken arrow.
Oh, a missing nuke is known as a broken arrow.
That's what we call it when we lose a nuclear weapon.
There you go.
I don't know what's scarier.
Why didn't they go off?
They have to be armed to detonate.
Yeah,
They're designed to survive crashes intact. It's possible one of them may have hit weapons release during the confusion.
So they think... Well, the Deacons made them believe that it's Hale's fault. Oh.
You won that round.
For what it's worth, this is a beautiful view.
Sir, please turn around.
You just identify yourself as a member of the U.S. Air Force.
This isn't a standoff. I've got the gun.
He's got the gun.
I never keep it loaded.
He's bluffing and he's going to fall for it.
It said it wasn't loaded.
I lied.
You're missing a bigger picture here.
I'm not going to.
That's an awesome way to build trust. I'm also enjoying the score from Hans Zimmer, but so far it's not his best work, but it's still very distinctively Hans Zimmer's work. Oh, there he is. Enter Deacons. So Pritchett and Deacons are working together.
Max, you there? What? Max!
Oh man, they're about to get ambushed again. I mean, so far, the spectacle and the action has been really good, but the film is a little thin on plot. They've got another mole, a double cross.
It's the nuke! It's open! It's wide open!
Kelly, come in!
What happened?
I'd like to remind you there's still 2 attack helicopters headed this way!
Not anymore! They've just been recalled!
So Pritchett thinks he's in charge, whereas in reality, Deacons is.
Closest one is about 2 hours from here. So you see, by the time they find us, we'll be gone. So relax.
It looks like the two villains, Pritchett and Deacon, they're not on the same page. Hale's character, he's very familiar with these sounds. Oh, I love explosions. That was great. Yeah, that's excellent stunt work. Oh, what a shot. We're going to see this helicopter explode. Oh no. Man, John Woo is so style over substance. It's brilliant.
How are we gonna move those things now?
Use the trucks. That's why they're there.
The trucks now!
This Pritchett character is gonna get himself killed.
Now, I haven't been in the military for 20 years. I planned and flew over 100 missions in the Gulf.
What if they don't?
Well, if they don't.
Boom. Big boom.
What if he meant Hale intentionally lost the plane?
I want to know what's going on, and I want to know right now.
See the one in front there? That one's got the nukes in it.
That was easy, just jumping on the car. Dude, aren't these Humvees bulletproof? Oh, good old John Woo.
Bulletproof glass.
The glass was bulletproof, but the roof wasn't? Huh.
Would you mind not shooting at the thermonuclear weapons?
These little bits of humor really go a long way. John Woo also loves his slow motion shots. I expect to see a couple more. That was a good sequence though.
But you're definitely gonna pay for it. Saddle up, boys!
What, you think he's coming back?
Yeah, that'd be my guess. May not have a lot of time. When you fly with nuclear weapons, you're trained to retrieve if possible, disable if necessary, destroy if essential.
And what are we doing?
Come on, buddy. Pick up the phone.
They have a radio?
Buddy, huh? It's me punching in the wrong codes. Pretty soon these things are gonna be absolutely useless. Might as well turn around and drive away.
Outstanding, Hale. That's the spirit.
Nope, he's got a backup plan.
You're kidding.
I used uncoded circuit boards.
Setting off a nuke in this mine's been part of my plan from day one. Otherwise, some DC civilian might say, I haven't got the guts.
When did he have the time to do that, though?
You know, Hale, I considered bringing you in on this. You know I didn't? I was afraid you were going to say yes, because you don't have the balls to go through with something like this. We both know that.
Great idea.
I'm gonna keep the both of these things together. Now, if one of them goes off...
He wouldn't do something like that.
You sure about that? Buddy?
Buddy.
Fuck! He's going to do it. Let's get him.
All right, then we gotta be gone before he gets here.
According to an NSA radio intercept, you were right. But it's Deacon stealing the nukes, not Hale.
They know the truth now.
How many times do I have to say it? Please don't shoot the nuclear weapons.
No wonder they're going to lose. They don't have the smartest, the sharpest tools in the drawer. No way! He rearmed it with less time.
Shows initiative, determination. Proud of you!
He's so condescending. I always find it funny when actors shoot at each other at such close range and none of the bullets hit. That exploded right next to him. Nah, he's fine. Not even a scratch on either man.
So that's what this is all about, huh? The money?
Yeah.
Because he didn't get promoted?
You tell me why.
Because you've been passed over for promotion.
You got passed over for promotion, so you decide to steal nuclear weapons to ransom the United States government? Brilliant. This is like the third explosion in the film where the actors actively ran away from it.
No, just me and Fred.
Is Fred your boyfriend?
No, my dog. The river.
This thing doesn't go anywhere.
Stop your vehicle immediately! Oh, God! How does that gunship fit into your grand strategy? I must have
Hush!
That's funny. He's dead. Oh, holy crap. Wow!
I say, goddamn, what a rush!
What a fantastic explosion.
What happened in Utah today was an earthquake.
More cover-ups.
Hey, look, see the butterflies there? Now, if there was radiation around, they wouldn't be able to survive now, would they?
Dude, they've already caught up to them somehow. How did...
Hey.
Movie logic.
$250 million by 1400 Utah time.
Only 250?
If you have not...
That's one way to show it. A visual presentation.
About the girl.
What about her?
What about her? She's an innocent victim in all this. I got her involved. Everything he shows us says he's heading west, he's actually heading east.
And the park ranger's on board. We don't even know her name, right? Whenever there's a nuke involved in movies, there's always a rogue or a bad scientist helping the bad guys who dies at the end. So I'm expecting this scientist to die very soon. Yeah, this film has a lot of cliches.
You probably thought I was a computer nerd, didn't you?
Oh, hammer to the head.
Now press 4.
If he shoots her now, that'll actually elevate the film. But I don't think so.
So do it yourself, asshole.
Guess who's here? They didn't even hear the helicopter coming. Oh, that was a good piece of stunt work. Armed for 30 minutes. That's a lot of time. Oh, that was awesome. I mean, horrible, but that was the most creative death in the film so far. I mean, the bad guy can shoot them right now. Again. Oh, man, another explosion. How many helicopters were blown up for this film, guys? Like 3, 4? Another helicopter explodes. It's so good. Holy crap. It's like 5 helicopters in a single film.
I'll see you soon.
You promise?
At last, they come face to face.
Shut that sumbitch down.
Everybody dies, Kelly.
Incoming!
Oh man. I mean, he's on a suicide mission now, right? He doesn't care. He can just stall for time.
And if I push this button,
Explain it to him.
the weapon is disarmed.
He's literally explaining how to disarm it. He's going to gamble the nuke
You're out of your mind.
on a fist fight.
Ain't it cool?
It's not. It's not cool. Dude, it's just one button. We're going to see another explosion. Why'd you let the crowbar go? Cancel. With 2 seconds to go. That's so stupid. What a fantastic explosion, and also I like the fact that Travolta's character had a smile on his face as he died. Yeah, the explosions are fantastic in this movie.
I win.
Sir, please turn around. Terry Carmichael.
This is literally the first time we got her name, Broken Arrow, and it just ends there. It was an okay film. It was entertaining, it was fun. It had serious problems, which we're going to talk about. Okay, I took very little time in collecting my thoughts. First off, that was a fun movie. I was entertained, and if that was John Woo's goal, job well done. But a movie is more than that. While the explosions and the action sequences, they were fantastic, and the unintentional comedy was surprisingly decent, the movie suffers everywhere else. The plot was weak at best. The character work, it wasn't good, especially near the end. The score from Hans Zimmer was also average, and the acting, well, that was also average. Let's start with the directing by John Woo and the script by Graham Yost. I think this film was an excuse for John Woo to introduce himself into Hollywood and to blow stuff up. And while I'm here for that, it doesn't really offer much apart from the spectacle. The plot was very one-dimensional with almost zero twists and turns. At least John Woo sets up the protagonist and the antagonist in the first 15 minutes. That was good. We know who's who before the big betrayal. And to be honest, I wasn't even surprised by the betrayal of John Travolta's character, as he was set up to be very arrogant, even in the opening boxing sequence. Putting that aside, let's talk about a couple of positives here. The action, choreography, and the cinematography during those action scenes, they were great. There were a lot of trademarked John Woo moments, like the slow-mo shots, the actors running away from a lot of things while they exploded, and also some of the musical cues. That was good. Another highlight was the excellent stunt work from the team. The stunts involving the train and the helicopters were fantastic. They were so dangerous. And speaking of helicopters, there were like 5 of them blown up in this film. That has to be some sort of record, right? It was incredible. The good news is that every single one of those explosions in the movie, they were nothing short of spectacular. John Woo really knows how to shoot explosions. And knowing John Woo, I'm guessing most of them were done practically. And I also appreciate that each explosion in the film kept getting bigger and bigger. And the final explosion, oh, so good. That's always awesome to see. The performances from the cast they were okay. I don't think they were award-worthy by any means, though. At least there was a lot of unexpected comedy moments, which worked for me. I don't know whether most of these scenes I found funny were intentionally written as such, but as long as it works, right? I was entertained. A lot of the scenes, again, I found funny were because of poor character decisions. Both the good guys and the bad guys in the movie had plenty of opportunity to kill each other and end the conflict right then and there, but they don't. Instead, they go on long monologue scenes where they kind of share their plans. The person most guilty of this has to be John Travolta's character, Deakins. That dude could have killed the park ranger lady multiple times, but chooses not to. Furthermore, instead of blowing up the nuke when all was lost, he chooses to have a hand-to-hand combat fight with Hale. After explaining how to disarm the nuke, just press the cancel button. What the heck was that? It was so stupid. The ending was also very underwhelming, in my opinion, with the credits rolling just seconds after the nuke was disarmed. It felt abrupt, and I didn't feel like I got a sense of closure. And finally, even the legendary Hans Zimmer score couldn't save the film. The score wasn't very memorable. It was serviceable, but again, it was okay at best. Overall, Broken Arrow was an average film with a thin plot, which was partially redeemed by the great action scenes and the spectacle. John Woo's set-piece sequences were incredibly entertaining, the stunt work was top tier, and the explosions were some of the best I've seen in a long time. The unintentional comedy was also decent, but those were the only good things here. Everything else was average at best, like the performances from Travolta or Christian Slater or Hans Zimmer's score. I don't know, while the story felt poorly written with horrible character decisions near the end, which kind of ruined the plausibility aspect for me. If you want to shut off your brain, watch stuff blow up, and laugh for about 100 minutes, 2 thumbs up. For everybody else, this is not the movie for you. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon for instant notifications. Do check out my other videos. Like if you like this video. Feel free to dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.